Here we go. Back in bold. This is Bold Perceptions, part 9 of creating a metaverse business. Tom, you like this little rock in the background? I'm figuring out some new
Let's go, baby.
tricks
I'm
with
feeling it.
StreamYard.
We're going live
we
for the first time too, right? We're lots of tricks today.
we tried that one time and our little connections was getting messed up, but I think as we see in the background, we had the clickbaity title. What the hell has happened this past couple weeks in the crypto, the NFT space? I mean, it's the end of the world. All the right click save people are saying, "I told you so." NFTs are dumb.
Yeah, it's all a scam, right? We're done. I think we should all turn it all in. We're going
Yep.
home. Nah, we're staying. There's a lot of people that freaked out completely for good reason, of course. But at the same time, it's the entire economy, right? It's not just NFTs right now. The United States especially, but the world as a whole is it's in a tough situation. Got a little war going on. Got a little economy issues over here in the U.S. Of course, NFTs are going to crash a little bit. We did see the board apes go from a little over 400,000 to now with the combination of the floor price and ETH to about 200,000. So with unrealized gains, yeah, we took a loss, but those people that have the long term vision, nothing changed at all. There's no difference between this price and the price that was a month ago because in 5 years from now and 10 years from now, it's going to be a completely different story.
Yeah, and you've been talking about that for a while about how a lot of these NFT projects obviously are going to go down the toilet. I think Gary Vee has talked about it. I mean, so it wasn't like a complete shock. Like we were this crazy market of the NFTs in crypto wasn't going to last forever. So this is like especially like Bitcoin. This has been doing it for the last 10 years. It has these crazy things and people act like, "Oh my god, this is the finally the end. This is over," but usually it comes back stronger than ever. So I do want to make a point though about the issues obviously in the world, and we were speaking on it beforehand, is if you got dollars now, baby, use them outside of America. They suck in United States, but outside it's stronger than ever, bro. Like a dollar to euro is almost the same now. I mean, it's crazy. It used to be like 89 to €1, and now it's like I'm rich as hell over here. It's crazy because the Europeans don't make much money, especially like in the South. In the North they got a little more money up there, but it's a fire sale now. And you were saying that you're seeing a lot of content like myself of people saying, "Hey, go buy this Louis bag over here now, save $600-800." And it is an interesting time. That's why you got to be diversified. Ain't that right, Tommy?
Yeah, it's strange to be honest. I used to have friends from Europe that would come over to Miami, to Orlando to shop because it was 10 times cheaper. Because with the flights, they could still come out cheaper than they would shopping overseas. And now it's opposite, and then we're talking a couple years difference, maybe less than that, and things have completely changed. And we're talking real money right now, not crypto money. So just think about crypto money in a few years when things are completely online, things are completely digital, and you can shop, in a completely different country through your crypto versus spending it in the US. I mean, yeah, so many different ways money is changing hands, both USD versus Euro, both Bitcoin versus ETH. I mean, everything's changing right now. I think it's the start of something big, and unfortunately, it might be the recession that gets us there.
Yeah, through the chaos comes lots of opportunities, that's for sure. So, what happened with this Luna, the stable coin? I mean, dudes lost millions overnight because a lot of people touted Luna and the USDT as safety, and this is going to be, last any sort of trouble, and it just went bang. Like now, there's trillions of Luna out there. They're printing some to try to repeg it back to one versus one or some shit, but it's bad, bro. People got hit hard with
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. I think that was obviously the biggest loss within crypto. Nothing's been doing well if you talk about stocks, crypto, money as a whole. But Luna absolutely got destroyed. And I'm not a financial analysis. I did a little bit of research. What it seems like is people relied on a stable coin that's really not stable. So within crypto, and this is why it's not my mainstream as well. There's stable coins that represent the US dollar. So USDT is the crypto side uh, of the US dollar that pretty much mimics the dollar to the T. And this stable coin that was backed by Luna is supposed to be a stable coin that mimics the US dollar as well, but it was backed by an algorithm. And once again, I'm not super involved in this crash. I actually wasn't invested in Luna at all. But it seems like people relied on this algorithm for a stable coin. And once that gets messed up, it's complete crash. It literally went from 100 to 0 within a couple of days, right? Like literally a steady straight shot down. And some people got out, some people unfortunately got hit really, really hard. And it's something that you probably couldn't have seen coming. But at the same time, you do got to be smart at what coins you're investing in. If you really looked into stable coins, you saw that what was backing Luna was not a true stable coin. It wasn't really backed by the US dollar. So, things like that, you got to put your research in. You got to know what's happening. You got to know the risk. That was an amazing investment for some people that turned into be, devastating an investment for some people really, really quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies, and I kind of read a ton, but my brain is a little foggy from yesterday. But basically, what I heard was it was like a full-blown attack from some big money where they took out a loan from, I think, the Luna people, and then like heavily shorted Luna and then sold all their Bitcoin or something. Like, it was like a calculated attack to bring this stable coin to zero because someone had vested interest in knocking this thing out of this world. And there was like the loan part is like on the blockchain. So someone, like, you can see this person took like 100,000 Bitcoins out against them or some shit like that. And they like just did a full blown assault. But again, who knows, and then people start getting scared and everyone starts selling. But and that thing went from like 120 to, half a cent in a week. $120 to that. I mean, that's like Tulip Mania on steroids. It's bananas.
It was like, if you had like 1.3 million, there was a few people that posted, obviously, what they had 24 hours ago, and it was absolutely shocking to see it drop like that. And some people, like you said, think that it was some big money guys that partnered pretty much with the founder. And the blockchain does show some representation of that being true. I haven't looked into it heavily, but maybe they saw it coming. Maybe they knew what was going to happen and they saved themselves. Unfortunately, people, do got to take care of themselves first, and that could have been it. Exactly, and it helps with the demise, unfortunately, of others. But who knows? Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor in that sense. I don't know what truly happened. But no matter what, it's not good for anybody.
Yeah, because this crypto space, the NFT space, is still relatively like pretty small. So if you have enough liquid capital, you can make some big dents in certain things. The Bitcoin whales and supposedly all their little schemes they do. So, the small guy, like, you're at the mercy too of some of these big players, and they're playing the games and trying to get the most out of this market, like everyone else. Tommy, but yeah, I mean, it's another thing too is it's not like real money. So that one guy had 1.3 million, but he never cashed out, right? So it was just sitting there. And then the next day, I remember one guy's tweets like, I don't really feel much different. Like, my life is still the same. It's just now I don't have like $1 million and, internet money over here. And it was just trippy. Like, I couldn't, like, overnight losing that much shit. But then you look at it too, it's like, okay, is my life that different? Like, okay, now, yeah, I can't pay up my house right now. But it was trippy, like trippy on the psychology.
And you can look at that with, Bored Apes too. Like, I wasn't tripping when the value dropped that much, technically, this is my family behind me. I've got the full set. So it as a whole dropped quite a dang bit, but it doesn't change my mindset. It doesn't change the fact that I'm building a company around it. And I'm not going to sell off just because we've had a bad month and literally the way I'm looking at it, it's outside factors too. It's not the Bored Ape Yacht Club that fucked up. It's not crypto as a whole that fucked up. It's the economy. It's, the United States. It's the world as a whole that, it might get a little bit worse in the next few months if this recession does hit hard. But at the same time, look at 5 years from now, what's going to evolve from a recession is new opportunities, new businesses, new times to invest. We were just talking about Bitcoin, like how we never had that chance to invest in the younger stages, but we might be able to do it now because it did drop quite a bit. Ethereum is still in those younger stages. I'm not going to say it's a good time to do events because we might see it drop more, but at the same time, we did see it hit almost 5,000 just a few months ago. So there's lots of changes to come, both up and down. That's how the market works, right?
Yeah, our little ape coin that we talked about previously, I ended up coming out good
Okay.
flows. I think we did a couple times that, hey, we're not financial advisors, but we hit it pretty good. Like you bought it at like 9, and then I sold at 17 or so, kept some just in case the future goes crazy, and it got to like 25, right? And then bang, went down to like $3.
Yep, yep. It had a fun ride, and we did what we said we were gonna do. You can track certain coins that are like backed by NFT projects. For example, Ape Coin is backed by Bored Ape Yacht Club, of course. And what made it go up and down is the land sale. They had a land sale that was only buyable through Ape Coin. So we saw it go from I think it was down to like $8 when we bought in, all the way up to 17 the night before the Ape sale, and we saw it go up and down a little bit. So it's like, why might as well take profits here. It went up another $10 right before the land sale happened, of course, and then after it completely crashed back down to, I would say, where it should be, right around $8-10. Again, it might drop more when the recession hits a little bit. It might drop more when Bored Ape Yacht Club doesn't announce anything for a week or two. That's just how people feel. They get a little antsy. Things determine people's emotions through investing very, very quickly. But at the same time, you got to make decisions for yourself. If you were able to buy land with that Ape coin, that has gone down a little bit as well. You don't know what's going to happen, but at the same time, nothing the Bored Ape Yacht Club has put out has diminished in value. So that's another thing that could be a good time to pick up. The Other Deeds by Bored Ape Yacht Club has dropped with ApeCoin, has dropped with everything else at the moment, but it's going to be the most popular metaverse out there. They're going to have a playable game very, very soon. There's lots of things you could take advantage in these times too.
Yeah, I remember you're like, are you sure you're going to sell right before this land drop? And I'm just like, I'm going to sell on the highs and then buy on the fear or whatnot. I'm pretty good at not getting greedy with profit. I've had some luck in the stock market when I was younger, and I think I really now have an understanding of like I don't need in America you want to hit from like you want to make 10 million off this crypto shit. And I'm just looking at like I don't need that money to live amazing, in the places I do. So it's like, hey, take my profit, and luckily I did. And then obviously after the land thing, it just went flying down. But I think a lot of people get so greedy in this space, and they think, oh, just hold on for another $10, 20. It's going to jump, and if I get 5 million, then I can get the Ferrari instead. You know what I mean? It's just like you can't think that way with this investing, or you get pulled.
I think that's key with crypto and NFTs, especially. You can't try to sell at the top. You got to sell on the way to the top, and you can't get in, too late. But yeah, if you're selling maybe 3/4 to the top every single time, you're in great shape. If you're looking for the top every single time, you're going to get burnt sometimes, and you're going to lose out sometimes. So yeah, that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, but I wanted to clickbait this with that title, and because I just on Reddit, oh my god, they all came out because all these people are so mad they didn't buy any of this crap back in the day. You know what I mean? Like these JPEGs, and they could have quit their job if they bought a couple of them. But everyone was just, oh, look at this stupid monkey thing, or the ape is done, and I knew I was right. They were freaking losers, and that's why I titled it this way, because then you get more people to come look at it and click on it and whatnot. But what do you think of those people, Tommy? Like, because right now, obviously, the Bored Ape Yacht Club's getting attacked probably on all sides, and people are saying, "I told you so."
Yeah, I mean, they're out there. I have close family members, close friends that have their doubts as well. They told me I should have sold off everything 2 weeks ago. But at the same time, that my views haven't changed. My standpoint on NFTs and the future of Web3 is exactly the same, no matter the price. I have my long-term assets that I'm holding that are staying as long-term assets. I have things that I'm trying to flip that I'm still trying to flip. It doesn't change my mindset at all. I still have my same game plan. And if you really look at it, Bored Ape Yacht Club's doing just fine. Their floor price is still close to 100 ETH. I think it's 95 ETH right now. It's at $200,000. If you got in early, you're still doing just fine. If you kept all of their airdrops, that's pretty good investment on its own right now. The other deed is their land sale that just happened that did come with the ApeCoin crash, but at the same time, everybody who owned a Bored Ape Yacht Club got a other deed for free. That was at least 3 Ethereum at the very least that you got for free. If you got a coda on it, that's 25 Ethereum right there that you got for free. There's still these airdrops that are always happening to support the community, to support the holders, that I don't think the outside really sees. And I just don't see the outside haters they're not in the community. They don't really know what's going on. They see the price point and they see, these clickbait titles like this. But if you actually come in and listen, it's not the fact that we lost $200,000. It's the fact that we're pretty much up $200,000 plus a lot more from the community drops, the free airdrops. But once again, it goes back to building the community behind it and all these friendships. We have NFT NYC and 8Fest coming up in pretty much a month to the date. June next month is going to be a completely different scene than it is now, because everyone will see what the community brings and everyone will be together in the NYC, and it's not worried about the floor price. It's not worried about losing $200,000 in a day. It could happen. We all know that. We're just not worried about it.
Yeah, all the Reddit people think it's a JPEG and it's just art and it's worth 500 grand. It's like they don't look past any sort of facade and see like, okay, they're developing relationships here. Little babies playing at their event. Like it's a whole community, and they're trying to help each other. They don't like see that. I don't understand it, but I mean, there's a lot of more shit behind these NFTs. Just
wait till 8Fest. So they haven't announced too much yet, but next month we're talking June 20th through the 24th. So a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, Bored Ape Yacht Club is renting out Pier 17 in New York City. It's like a huge, almost like warehouse, right in Manhattan, and it has a stage on the rooftop. I think, 2-3 floors of a huge party just for being a Bored Ape holder. And this is similar to what they did last year when, Lil Baby played, The Strokes played, Aziz Ansari and Chris Rock were the MCs, and this was all for free. At the same time, all this was going on, we were drinking and eating and meeting all the Bored Ape Yacht holders, for free. That was worth it on its own to me, and this is going to happen to another extreme next month, to where it's happening for 4 nights in a row. These events are going to be bringing in, hopefully the doubters, hopefully the haters see, that it's not just a picture. It's not just, how much it's worth. It's getting together, to enjoy a week of amazing events, amazing friends, amazing opportunities to network. It's a huge week in all that aspects, and hopefully it'll bring a wider acceptance. Yeah, people will be paying 200 grand a year for those country clubs, the golfing and whatnot, just to be around those people, and so I mean that in alone is worth a lot. But anyways, Tommy, let's get to the good news. The reason we do this series, we're on part 9, create a metaverse hospitality. Big announcement. You're practically done now, right? What's happening? Hey, we're just about there, baby. We did announce our mint date, so the hotels are completely finished. Nifty House, Hotel Euphoria, both in Sandbox, completely done. World's Resort and Spa in NFT Worlds, completely done. So 2 hotels, 1 resort, all backed by NFTs. This release is happening actually the week after NFT NYC. we're going to have 2 different mints, kind of like a private mint, for our early supporters, people like yourself that, have believed since the beginning, have supported since the beginning. We have a free mint for you. You're going to get 3 NFTs for free just for supporting, and that's pretty much what Web3 is all about, supporting your early community members, the people that were there to help you build up your company, and that's my main goal, is making sure everyone who has been here to support, I support back. So yeah, Tuesday, the June 28th, is our friends and family free mint. We're going to be doing quite a few giveaways for that. So if you got in a little bit late, there's still an opportunity. All you have to do is sign up for our pre-mint list. So there's a website. We can link it afterwards, but premint.xyz/meta hospitality. If you sign up for that list, we're going to be choosing quite a few people from that list to get a free mint. And then the public mint is the day after, June 29th, and that is through that sign up that I just mentioned. So to be on the public list, it is 0.077 ETH. So pretty good price point. I want to make it available for most people. You do have to get that into your MetaMask accounts before minting. And just sign up for the pre-mint list, because if we get to a certain point, I don't want to have any gas wars. I don't want to have any type of issues during the mint process. So that's why I'm doing this pre-mint list. All you have to do is sign up. And say we, get to 20,000 members, then we do have to select a raffle. If we only have a few hundred, 1,000 to start, then everyone will be able to mint more than one. It just depends how many people sign up to see how many NFTs you'll be able to mint for 0.077. But once again, if you do sign up for that pre-mint list, you will have an opportunity to mint for free. All you have to do is sign up. That's it.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go through that Instagram post and step by step, and you tell me what the hell is all going on here. So, first thing we got here, Tommy. So I think this is the first. Yeah, this is hotel. Is there one before this? Hold on.
Hotel Euphoria.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So what's going on with this puppy? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so that is our little more business-oriented hotel right next to the Bored Ape Yacht Club and Sandbox. So both hotels are in. Hotel Euphoria is next to Zed Run and next to Artifact, which was bought by Nike. So this is actually our more party-oriented hotel. Both hotels are in the neighborhood of Euphoria. It's going to be the Beverly Hills of Sandbox. Literally all the big brands are in that. All the big NFT projects are in Euphoria. And we kind of want to be the mainstay for new guests, new opportunities, whether it's someone coming in and wants to throw a pool party, or a DJ that wants to host, a session on our rooftop. We have lots of opportunities within the hotel to hold meetings, to hold conferences. Anything and everything you can think of a hotel offers in the real world. We want to offer both in the metaverse and in real life. So two sides to it. We do have utility in the real world, but we do want to offer whatever we can in the metaverse as well.
Okay, so that's Hotel Europe. Okay, let's go to the next one here. NFT house.
This is the one right next to the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah, explain this too, like the guest part and the members only sportsbook residency. Let's talk about that too.
So go to the next slide there. One more.
Okay.
World Resort is a resort. One more. There's all of our utility. We'll jump back to that. One more slide, actually, and then you'll see the mint price details. Boom, there we go. So how it's going to work is the friends and family list. There's going to be 900 total that we're going to be giving away. So 300 people will be on the friends and family list. This means I'm going to be giving away 900 NFTs. And from that, you have 6 different NFTs that you have the opportunity of minting. So 3 hotels, 2 tiers per hotel. There's a guest tier and a resident tier. The residents, as you see from the numbers, are very, very rare. If you mint a resident, you will have a room in the hotel that you mint from. Like I said, the residents will have a room, and from there, you'll have a resident director. You will have, you'll be VIP of VIP. Any type of guest utility, the residents will automatically get. But there's quite a few things that we want to offer to the residents as, our rare tier. For example, gym memberships. We want to make sure all of our residents have the opportunity to hit the gym. That's something the hotel offers every single day. So we want to have that be an offer for our residents, our
Yeah,
main
so
supporters.
anywhere in the world, if I'm a resident, anywhere in the world you're going to give me a gym membership in real life, correct?
We're gonna make it happen. Yep. If it's we do have some corporate deals that certain gyms we have certain deals with, but if they're not available in your area, anything from obviously another gym or just a credit, whatever it is, we're gonna make it happen to where you can hit a gym every day. It's important. It's part of a healthy lifestyle. Everything we talk about the metaverse is obviously online, but the real world and staying healthy is still just as important. And I want to make sure that's pretty clear. So that's going to be our main utility off the bat for residents. Obviously, beyond the room within the hotel, but from there, we're going to offer quite a few things that some will be giveaways, some will be for everybody. But there'll be lots of opportunities for amenities that a hotel offers in the real world for us to offer as well.
So Tommy, obviously it depends on like the whole mint thing and whatnot, but like the future with these utilities and the residents, I mean, you're talking about like a full connoisseur or service, or like you're going to help them out with everything if they're a resident of the hotel. Can you explain that more with me?
Yeah, just like a concierge service that a hotel would have. If you have a question, we're here to answer it. Everything from your metaverse questions to say you're visiting a new city in the States that you don't know what gym you can go to. You don't know which spa has a reputable source. Anything and everything that you need help with that you would normally ask a hotel concierge, we'll have that available both in our Discord, and if you do mentor residents, you'll have a personal contact that will be there to answer any and every question you got.
Okay, so sometimes I'm a messy boy. Aren't you gonna hire like a maid for me too, or what's the story on that?
That's something that will be some of the giveaways. Yeah. So again, it's amenity a hotel offers: cleaning services, maids, butlers. It's something that hotels have daily for you. And that'll be tough to give to everybody off the bat, obviously. But we do want to have giveaways that show our appreciation for both hotels and for our community. And that will include, butler services someday. Maybe we give you a butler for a day and he does whatever you want for him. Maybe we hire a cleaning service to clean up after your party. There's certain things we'll give away as time comes, but these types of utilities are going to be offered right off the bat after mint. We're going to have lots of opportunities to reward our holders, and we want them to be excited for it.
Cool. Let's go back to this. The two hotels we skipped over. So, NFT house. This is.
Yep, that's in Sandbox next to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So that's the more business-oriented hotel with a crazy wedding venue on top of the rooftop. Really, really cool opportunity to host a wedding. We're going to be coming out with all these details on Twitter over the next couple of weeks. You'll be able to see every single offering that the hotels offer. We're going to be going, each day is going to be pretty much be a new amenity. So today, if you pay attention to our Twitter, we'll be going over our meeting rooms and letting you know how you can utilize our meeting rooms, how you can hold conferences, which hotel is better for a big conference, which hotel is better for a small, maybe client meeting. Each one does offer a little bit different. And then the next few weeks, obviously up to our mint date, we want to make sure all those offerings are very, very clear. So we'll be posting pictures, videos, and details of every amenity offered within the hotel.
So Tommy, I mean, is it just Clubhouse? What are these meetings and like it's just different it looks different inside? Or I mean, tell me, it's a Zoom meeting?
So at the start, right now, Sandbox is not open to the public. Once we get to where it is a completely immersive experience, to where you can literally bring in your office, that maybe you have an office in San Francisco and Miami and New York City, and you want everyone to meet together at once. Bring them all to the metaverse. Bring them to our conference room, and make this a team meeting that everyone can be involved with. That's a little bit different than just a Zoom call. The Zoom calls are, you know, definitely productive coming from, going back to when it was just the availability of emails. It's Let's go back to the Web 2 versus Web 3. That's how this next stage really changes, is when everyone sees this as an opportunity to uh, bring in a new aspect of their business. We're going to see different industries adopt the metaverse in different ways. And one meeting may be different from the next, but it's Web 2 versus Web 3. It's finding different ways to market and different ways to utilize business opportunities within the internet. It's as simple as that.
So Tommy, though, tell me. So you have business meeting rooms, and in 6 months from now, or in the next 6 months, what kind of meetings are these? You're going to hold events for companies, or like what makes it different than like a Zoom meeting? Tell me like what's cool about it.
Anything that think of a conference space. Think of like going into a conference room, and walking from booth to booth. You can't really do that on a Zoom call. You can't have a true interactive meeting on a Zoom call, where you have everything right in front of you, and you can put on your VR set, not only speak with the presenter, the host, or
Okay, yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
but
I
you
get
can.
this part. I get the immersion part, but these next 6 months, we don't have that really technology. So, like, what are you doing in these meetings then? Like now?
Well, it's good, right? We're gonna have a little bit till we're there. Some things we're gonna offer beforehand is getting these things set up in the proper way, um, beforehand. But until Sandbox is open to the public, until these capabilities are there, it'll be more the real world utility that we're offering. It'll be other things to involve the community. Think of like a fitness trainer. Instead of being that immersive experience at first, it will be a Zoom call, or a video, simple as that, from the trainer to get you involved. So it's taking the right steps to get there. It's going to be a Zoom call to start. It's not going to be that fully immersive experience until the tech is there. But at the same time, that still can be token gated. You can still offer it to just your holders. You can put it on Discord to where only a certain amount of users can join. There's very few options that are not going to be available right off the bat. But some will be just video. Some will be through Discord. Things will be not fully available until the tech is there. So yeah, it'll be different ways of offering the utility until it all is to the spot we want it to be.
Yeah, so you're still like it's an investment too. You're gonna get some perks, utility at the start here, but you're also like investing in this future too. So, as
Right. Yeah.
someone
I
like
mean
me would.
that's how you can look at NFTs as a whole too, is investing in companies. It's a new way for startups to take on investments. So yeah, you have to see the future for sure. You have to see where it can be, and not only a few months, but 5 years. We don't see things getting to like the Ready Player One level in 6 months. It's going to be really, really cool once you can put on glasses like this, fully immerse yourself in your workstation, and jump into our conference room without moving. Just pressing a button on your glasses. And we're not going to get there in 6 months, maybe 5 years. But yeah, it's a totally an investment into tech, into hospitality, into hotels. If you see how it's all going to come together, then yeah, treat it as an investment. There's more things that come from it than it just, utility. First off, we have a sick artist. Nee is doing an amazing job on the artwork. We haven't really released much of that yet. But the NFT on its own is a piece of art that you can hold as a collectible, that you can sell as an investment. There's so many different opportunities you can do with it, but startups are using NFTs as a new way to raise capital. And yeah, that's definitely how I think you should look at this to start. But you have to see the 5-year picture down the line to where we are jumping into the metaverse and we are having companies have their headquarters in the metaverse versus a huge office building in New York City.
Cool.
That's
awesome. Let's answer my question now. Okay, do we anything else about the NFT house?
no, I mean, I've hit.
So this exclusive weddings though, I mean, someone could probably do in the next 6 months like the first metaverse wedding, or has it been done already? Like even if they want to go in there.
It has been done. Decentraland is more operable at the moment. It has been done. Yeah, you can have weddings already in Decentraland.
Okay. NFT house check. Shoot. Okay, next one is World Resort and Spa. Tell me about it.
World's Resort, baby. This is more of there's gonna be a little more gameplay in this. So as soon as we launch, we'll have golf actually available to play right off the bat. Think of a resort. It's more destination based. There's a lot going on at the resorts. You don't even need to go off property. This is where there's going to be huge conferences and not just a small meeting room. You can have a huge, dinner venue for the evening to where maybe you have a sports game you want to watch and you want to invite your entire team to go watch it in the metaverse. We have a huge sports bar where we can offer that. But like I said, more of a destination based. It is on, it's based off a Minecraft server. So that's how it is playable. It's based off Minecraft, and we'll have our own Minecraft server to onboard everybody. And we'll have an official launch for every hotel still to get, people in the metaverse and playing it. But this is another one that it'll be fun for companies to come in and hold a conference and have breaks to go play golf. And have breaks we have like a little dive center where there's a sunken ship in the water. There's different things you can do on a resort that's a little different from a hotel. And that's kind of how we're looking at World's Resort.
So these are built, right? You just haven't released them?
All done. Go check out Twitter. We just started yesterday. We started some sneak peeks. And like I said, throughout the next 2 weeks, we're going to be releasing like all the details of the amenities within. So these meeting spaces I'm talking about, these conference rooms, the gym, the pool area, the spa. We have anything and everything a hotel can offer. We have it in our hotels, and check us out on Twitter to see the details within over the next few weeks. Something I really, really love within every hotel is we have a gallery. So I mentioned our artist, Nee, very, very talented artist. We have his artwork posted throughout all of the hotels. And we also have some of my NFT collections. So to support other artists and other projects within this space, I pretty much put up NFTs I own throughout the hotel. So you can go in and check out this art and walk around and see it as a true art experience as well within the hotel. And like I said, we're going to be giving you the details, throwing pictures on Twitter, throwing videos on Twitter, so you can literally see everything we have to offer before you buy the NFTs that correspond to every hotel.
So what do they make it, and how long did it take to make? Is it just like graphic design, or tell me that?
So 2 different servers. Minecraft is the NFT world server. So people have been building on Minecraft for forever. And NFT Worlds just brought a different way, I guess, of integrating NFTs within the Minecraft world. So that's one that is very, very popular for the gaming side. And we'll eventually hiring a gaming director to integrate, hopefully our own token. Everything within the NFT world's ecosystem can be tokenized as well. And then Sandbox is the other metaverse, and it's on its own base, I guess. They have their own server, they have their own building guidelines and details. It's all different than, I guess, anything you've probably seen in the past, but you can familiarize yourself pretty quickly if you have built on, say, something like Minecraft before. But there's companies within the metaverse, I guess, that they build strictly for companies like myself that need to find developers, find contractors that are can put everything together. So over the last, I mean, we've been going back and forth on the design for 4 or 5 months now, I would say. We've been done for about a couple weeks now, but just getting everything finalized on the final details. A few color changes, a few of the artwork was put up last minute. It's literally a building process. It takes a long time, and I knew that would be the case.
How
And
long did
it's
it
all.
take? Like, how long did it take to build one hotel? How
So
many
we did
people are
kind of
working on this?
we did all three at once. So I went to two different developers that came together under the name Land Vault. It's one of the most popular developers in the metaverse right now. Land Vault's doing an amazing job on many projects right now, but they did build all three hotels. And I went to them. I got to look at the exact date, but we're talking probably 4 or 5 months ago now that I started looking for developers. I maybe interviewed 4 or 5, went back and forth on some like pre-designs, and Land Vault was by far the company I wanted to work with. So we moved forward, decided they could work on all three hotels at once, and hit some delays here and there, but it's expected within contract work, just like any business. Uh, Things come up, so it was a process, and it was a lot of back and forth, but my main goal was to have everything done before our NFT release, and we hit that. So, we want to, like I said, portray all of the amenities for our community beforehand. So you see everything we offer before we release the NFTs, and we're right in line to doing that. We're gonna
Can
be.
you tell me how much it costs to
Yeah,
build?
sure. It's not cheap, that's for sure. We're looking at close to 10 Ethereum per hotel. Some are going to be a little more than that. Some are going to be a little less than that. But I'll tell you that's the average. You know, we may have spent a little more than that with everything involved, a little super detailed. But yeah, it's not cheap. And that's something that a lot of people are who are is investing within your company. Well, over the last year, I went deep into NFTs because there's an opportunity to make money, and I've flipped a ton of NFTs so I could pay for metaverse hospitality, and not take on investors. So I also wanted to be more educated as well, so I took all steps possible to. I have a team obviously helping me out, but I want to be as educated as possible within the NFT space. So my mindset was flipping is a big part of not only the education process, but to make money to build my hotels. And it worked out well to where I made some good flips, was able to pay off these hotels with, that ETH from the flips and not take on investors. So it's worked out really, really well up until this point, and we've got a crazy June ahead before the launch.
All right, let's get back on this bad boy here. Is this we have one more slide to go over?
I think just the utility to offer a
Yep.
little difference between residents and guests. Like I said before, the residents are going to have a lot more utility than guests. But as you can see from that slide there, we do have a loyalty program. So the way for guests NFTs, if you have this lower tier NFT, you can stake it. And if people are familiar with Moonbirds, very, very similar to once you have it staked for a certain amount of days, you will then get certain perks. And once we get up to the highest membership, future releases may be tied into that as well. There's a little alpha for anybody listening, but if you are staking your guest NFT, you will have different access and our future NFT drops. So this is our Genesis collection, 3 hotels. You can look in our wallet right now, but I have a lot more land ready to be built on. This isn't going to be our last hotel. We're going to be building quite a bit more throughout every metaverse possible. We're talking about the other deeds. We're talking about biopill land. We're talking about network land. I have some House of Kiba land as well ready to be built on. I have 4 or 5 other metaverses that we're ready to go. This is our focus right now in the Genesis piece, but another big utility that's not really mentioned except for right now is everyone's going to be rewarded for future drops, especially if you're a resident, especially if you're staking our guest NFTs. It means that you believe in us for the long term. You believe in us for the future. You're not selling. And
that's what staking means, right? You just you're not allowed to sell. Explain staking quick.
Yeah, so it's just locking it into a contract. You have to unstake to sell. Once you unstake, you lose all your rewards. Simple as that. So each period of time, 3 months, 6 months, a year, I think that's what I have it listed at the moment, is going to give you a different tier. So think of like a Marriott reward status. The more days you stay, the higher tier you go. We don't have nights stayed, so it's days staked. Simple as that.
So like, I still get the benefits from my NFT even if I stake it, or what is the situation? I'm confused.
Yeah, technically you'll get more benefits if you stake it. So
the only thing that staking does is makes you so you can't sell it, correct?
Correct.
Okay, there we go. Crypto NFT 101. Gotcha. Okay, anything else on this utility page here? And again, like you said, depending on how the company goes and whatnot, there could be more and more perks. Obviously you have this loyalty program, but it's not just this set in stone.
Yeah, exactly. If our secondary sales skyrocket, then that's coming back to the community as well. We're being conservative right now. That's why I want to. The gym is one of the most important things in my life, so that's at the top of our list for the residents. Utility right off the bat, and then from there, as money comes in, we do need the funding to support obviously different types of utility. The more funding, the more utility you have. Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works. Cool. Awesome. I'm going to hop on that Twitter and check it out. I said if Musk buys it, I don't know if it's going to go through now. I would start posting on the Bold Perceptions Twitter. So I gotta get down there anyway.
Get it started.
Yeah, but cool. Anything else you want to hit on with this major announcement? I think that was pretty legit, Tommy boy.
No, just say check us out on Twitter, Instagram too. We're posting previews the next 2 weeks. You'll get to see every amenity within all 3 hotels. And we're kind of going to end that all with some hype videos ready for NFT NYC. If you are planning on going to NFT NYC, we will have a booth there. I will be speaking there. It's going to be a huge week. Really, really excited to meet everybody. Our entire team will be there as well. So look out for merch. Look out for, screw it, here's some alpha for you as well. Our NFTs are rings. They're not key cards. They're not going to be anything a hotel usually offers. It'll be a ring that gets you into the hotel, gets you into your room, and we're going to be giving away some real life rings at NFT NYC as well. So find me in the city, and I may just have a ring for you.
Were you inspired? Were you inspired by my fashion, Tommy? Is that why?
Yeah. It was. I think the first video I noticed your rings. Like, oh, that's it. We're going with it.
No, that's cool. I like that. That's unique. Cool. Yeah, that NFT thing. I'm very excited to see how that goes for you guys, and I can't wait to see you on the big stage. You've had all this practice on the Bold Perceptions podcast. Now it's the real deal in front of real people.
Thanks to Bold. Yeah, appreciate it.
Cool. Awesome, Tommy. Well, I'm glad we got this in. It's been a month. I think people thought that you fell off a cliff and lost all your money, but you're back. You're thriving. Everything is moving, and
Been
hopefully
building,
catch it.
baby.
Yeah, you've been busy. I didn't know you were this busy. So next couple weeks, when is that NFT thing again?
June 20th. So the week
I
of June
think
20th.
we should try to do a live stream when you're there. I think that would be really cool. If you got like
I'm
20
down.
minutes,
Maybe with like the
that'd
whole
be
team. Yeah, that'd be fun.
yeah. But
So
okay, awesome.
I was just gonna say another thing to look out for. The service apes are gonna be strong in New York City. We have a few of people that are gonna be completely dressed out in service ape attire. So maybe we'll have to do a live stream that. We'll see.
Because that's like, so yours is a service ape, right? So is there like a garbage man ape and shit like that? Is that what you're talking about?
I no, like that, just the fact with the hotel uniform. A few of us are going to be wearing it at
Oh,
certain
okay.
times. Running around the city with it on. So
Oh,
it's
that's
just
gonna be
a
cool.
little fun in the city.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big thing for you guys. Awesome. All right, Tommy, make sure to check out Metaverse Hospitality on Twitter, your Instagram. Obviously, we put it in the bio and whatnot, but keep it rolling. Great to see you, and thanks for breaking that down.
Sweet, Nick. I appreciate it. Looking forward to June.